Oh, does this happen to you? Muddy, messy oil pastels. Today we're going to tackle these problems with secrets rarely emphasized. I'll be touching on palettes, tools, preliminaries, and blending. Okay, today we're going to keep it simple. Oil pastels can look super complicated, but honestly, you don't need 50 colors or a giant toolkit when you're starting out. Just a handful of shades, perhaps a toothpick, and you're good to go. I'm sticking mostly to the warm side of the color wheel today. Yellows, oranges, red, and a touch of pink. I'll throw in some greens for the stems and leaves, and maybe a little purple or blue just to add some deeper shadows. No black this time. That's another one of our secrets. Before we start with our main colors, let me show you this little trick. In this unsung secret, I can use a little green and some red to get a gorgeous dark tone. The tendency with pastels is to use black to get darker shades, but this will just make your colors look muddy. Next secret. Before I even start, I give my tips of pastels a quick wipe. They always pick up little bits of other colors, and if you don't clean them, your drawing ends up muddy. This one little habit will save your colors, trust me. Keeping both your fingers and your pastels clean means no unwanted marks to ruin your drawing. So what's a conversation about pastels without talking about paper? Now, for one thing, very smooth paper is not at all ideal for pastels. It doesn't have enough grip, and the pastel will just slide off the page, and you can't build up layers. Now, paper with a little tooth is ideal. Cardstock works great as it is weighty and not too thin. You'll also find that paper with a little color or tone works well with pastels. And colored paper can really make your pastels pop. The best thing to do is to play around with different ones and see which one you like best. Another little secret tip is to plan your drawings. Even if you want to be footloose and fancy-free, a little planning goes a long way. So, I'm going to lightly draw 3 ovals. Even spontaneous drawings work better with a tiny touch of planning. An eraser helps to make the lines light enough so they don't show through your oil pastels. And a little brush like this, well, essential for getting rid of bits of the eraser and pieces of excess pastel pigment. Normally, I'm super tight and careful with my oil pastels, but for this one, I just wanted to let go a little. This time, I'm definitely keeping it loose. I've started with the yellow as a base. Next, I'm building it up with orange and then red. Okay, I hope you're following along with me, treating this like a tutorial. If you need to, don't be afraid to slow it down as you build this vibrant image. Another little secret is to keep some tissue, some paper towel, or even better, some wet wipes handy. Although not as messy and dusty as soft pastels, you will end up getting pigment on your fingers. And you don't want to transfer pigment onto the paper or other pastels. So wet wipes come in really handy. No need to keep rushing to the washroom to wash your hands. Just wipe and keep going. With pastels, we are essentially mixing colors on the paper. Because these colors are within the same color range, we can easily avoid muddy results. I'm already loving the looseness and the feel of it all. It's a reminder to try different styles and not get stuck in one way of drawing. Remember, we're not going to use black in our drawing. By not doing so, we preserve the vibrancy of the colors. Look how we're going to create a beautiful dark center on this poppy. A little red and now a little green. Voila. Perfect. Now let's create some magic with the only tool we'll be using in this drawing. With a lighter base color and a darker color on top, we can create some beautiful lines with our toothpick. Just look at this. Here we're adding another touch of dark blue to make the poppy's petals stand out. Just as we need to be sparing with the use of black if we want to keep our drawings vibrant, the same could be said if we overuse our white too much also. For this second poppy, we rely heavily on shades of oranges and deep yellows. The center of this poppy is created by the use of green and a touch of purple. This brings us nicely to our next overlooked secret, and that is when you have similar elements on the page, don't make them all exactly the same. Give them their own personality. It's going to make for a much more interesting image. Our third and final poppy in this trio is going to consist mainly of a pink base. Like the other two, it's going to have its own personality. Now we've laid down our pink, our next colour will be orange. We'll add a green centre. Lastly, we'll add a touch of red to bring the petals together. I love that each flower comes with its own personality. One has hints of purple around the center, another is pink at the base, and the first is created with mainly bold yellows and red. If I made them all identical, it would feel flat and boring. So I let each one have its own characteristics by changing up the color a little bit. That's another secret. One of the reasons I really love oil pastels is that you don't really need any other tools or materials other than your paper. The only tool I've used apart from the pastels in this drawing is a toothpick. That's it. It's perfect for scratching in those delicate lines and textures on the petals. No blending stumps, no blending with tissue or even my finger. Just oil pastels doing their thing. I really love the vibrancy of this drawing, how everything is just coming together. It's clear, it's crisp, it's bold. Again, a little bit of planning with my pencil as to where the stems are going to go. We want no mistakes at this stage. So if you're starting out, or if you just want to have a fun exercise to loosen up, try this. 1. Pick a few colours. Skip the black. Use white only for a couple of highlights, and let each object have its own little character. Make use of your toothpick for some fun details and highlights. And remember to keep some wipes and some paper towels handy to keep both your hands and your oil pastels free from excess unwanted pigment. Let's add a few poppy buds for interest and composition. This is a simple project, but you end up with something that's full of energy. And I'll be honest, I'm loving this style more than I thought I would. It feels good, it feels great to simplify. Sometimes less really is more. I truly hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for my upcoming pastel bouquet. Wishing you so much love. Peace.